All right, welcome back to the Cricket Today podcast. We've got a special segment today, lads. The top 10 IPL players of all time. I know you two are a little bit nervous. I'm your host, Liam McAllion, also known as the Stats Guy. We've got RCB's number one fan, Leo. He's very nervous to do this top 10.
I'm not nervous. I'm pumped up. I'm so excited to argue with you guys. It's going to be great.
The Matty Wade, they're nervous, we're calm. Is that the vibe?
Right, mate.
And we've got Marcus Bazzano, big Kolkata Knight Riders fan. Your top 10, how are you feeling about it?
I'm very nervous. Because I know we're going to be very different. We don't know each other's top 10 lists. So this could get interesting and fiery.
Yeah, and then let us know in the comments as well, on YouTube, on anything that on the socials and things like that. We'll do some clips about how this is going to go because
and your top 10 as well.
And your top 10 would be pretty cool. Yeah, put your top 10 in the comments. We can read it out on the next podcast. That'd be pretty fun.
Yep.
All right, lads, let's start it off. 10th. I'm not going first.
First?
I reckon Leo should go first. He's the most nervous.
He's the most
nervous.
Number 10, Sunil Narine.
Oh, okay.
Kolkata Knight Riders.
Yep.
167 wickets, 5 for 19 are his best figures. This is the bit that got me into his top 10.
Yep.
6.74 economy.
Yeah.
That is nuts to be a spin bowler in this tournament where batsmen dominate and he's going in under 7. That is crazy. And I think we've seen in the last few years his ability to bat as well. He's developed his game, can open the batting, come in at 7 or 8. Not a great batsman, but he can do a job.
He's been
for
opening this season, hasn't he? So
he's a bit of a hitter, bit of a slogger, and can win you a game with the bat, which is important. So I think he's got to be up there.
It reminds me of Travis Head opening the batting, really. Like the way he can open the bat.
Bit Trav ball.
Yeah, it's in go get a quick score, open the batting. Yeah. Well, I don't even have Sunil Narine in my list.
I might have him later on.
This is a joke.
What is that?
This is a joke.
No, Narine is a T20 legend, mate.
I've gone with, at number 10,
Yeah.
DJ Bravo.
Oh,
I've gone Dwayne Bravo.
he would have been my 11th. I think I had him in my top few. Yeah.
Oh, he's at 183 wickets, bowling average of 23, economy rate of 8.
Not great.
That's pretty good. Economy rate of 8.
And he's got a batting average of 22.6 with a handy strike rate as well. So
And you're saying that's the 10th best in the IPL?
Yeah. Because he can
Nah,
do
he's
it
pretty
with
good.
He can do it with both bat and ball. He's just a 2020 icon, isn't he? He can win games for you.
I forgot I actually do have him a bit later on. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, how hard do you have him?
Nah, it's all good, boys. It's all good.
You guys
my number
serious?
10. I'm just on 10. I forgot to scroll up where I had him.
I want to have Bravo in the top 15.
Oh. He's
I
good.
probably
That's
would,
a
but
He's second all time. I'll get into that actually. He's a very, very good
Give us your
bowler.
10. Give us
My
your
10, Shane Watson. Bit of an outsider one. I knew you guys wouldn't have this one. A lot of people don't. Batting average of 31 at a strike rate of 138. 400s, 21 50s.
How many reviews burnt?
There we go. Poor Watto. He's a legend of cricket.
Was it in the IPL where Shane Watson hit like 36 off the over, 30 off the over?
Possibly.
Maybe.
He hit
Sixes
it. He won 2 IPL titles. Won a player of the match in a final with 117 in one of the finals.
That's a great argument.
Bowling average of 29, economy rate of 7.9, a 4-wicket haul. Did a bit of everything, but his batting was amazing. He led the runs one year in the IPL as well. I think he has to sneak into people's top 10s.
You've kind of sold me there, Stats guy.
Oh, there we go.
That's better than Bravo.
Yeah.
He's got a good argument.
Yeah, that's my 10. That's my 10. That's, all right. So Watto in at 10, and I don't think you guys have him. So
No,
that's an interesting
I don't,
one.
no.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. Next one, 9. I'll go with you, Leo.
I've gone with Yuzvendra Chahal. He's currently at Rajasthan. He's got the most wickets ever in the IPL with 197. He's also played few lesser games compared to the ones around him. I think only by a few, but still. 21 average with the ball. Again, spinner that can spin it both ways. I think he's been a bit underrated too with the likes of Jadeja and Ashwin around the Indian setup. He's been a class bowler for a long period now. So I think he's in the top 10. If you're taking the most wickets in this tournament, I think you have to be recognised.
How many games has he played? Do you have the
I think it's around 150, roughly.
It's impressive.
Yeah, but he's taken a lot of wickets. Yeah, I think I might have him a bit later on as well. He's a
That
jet.
guy's just giving away his list.
Sorry. I should stop saying that. I just love a bit of Chahal. 9th for you. Marcus?
I feel a bit harsh on this guy because I think he's a little bit low. So I've gone Suresh Raina.
Ooh.
I don't even have
I don't have him. He was in my team originally.
Yeah.
And then I didn't like his strike rate or something
Average,
about him.
maybe,
His
I
average
think.
was a bit lower, I think.
Yeah, he had 5,528 runs.
That's a lot of runs.
32 average.
Yep. Actually, that's not
and a solid strike rate of mid 130s and 14 men in the matches.
I just couldn't be convinced by his average compared to the ones I have in to put him in this top 10.
That's why I've got him low, but yeah, he wouldn't make the top 5 for me.
Yep. No, fair enough. I think he's the first. I read this thing before. He was the first Indian to make a century in a T20 international as well, which is nothing to do with IPL, but it's just a bit of an interesting stat for you there, lads.
Well, that's stats guy.
Thank you.
Stats.
I didn't scroll up. I was just on my 10. I was trying to hide my other ones.
Yep.
My 9th is Dwayne Bravo, and I forgot that I had him even in my list. So 9th is Dwayne Bravo. I think he deserves to be in top 10. Too high, you reckon?
high.
Where would you have him? Top.
Probably like 13.
Well, you heard him.
okay.
You didn't have him in top 15.
Yeah, apparently
so-
before he
Nah, I
did.
think that was a bit of a overreaction.
Yeah.
I think around
Okay.
13.
One thing Marcus didn't say: second most wickets all time IPL. Like,
Yep.
like a lot of people say he's an all-rounder, but he was dominating with the ball a lot of the time in his career in the IPL. 2 or 4 wicket hauls, decent economy rate, batting average of 22, as you said as well.
Just think his batting just let him down. I
But
feel,
you
at
could
times.
just go. I could just put him in this team as a bowler.
Yeah.
Sorry, not in this team. In this top 10 list, just from his bowling, because he's bowling second all time, 23.8 bowling average, which is elite.
Yep.
So I'm chucking him in 9.
No, fair.
No, I
All
like
right.
it.
We'll go next one. We got 8th.
Number 8. Am I starting again?
Yeah, we'll just go with you every time. Why not?
Yeah, yeah.
Chickadawan.
Oh.
Number 8. He's been at 4 IPL teams.
Yep.
He's got the second most runs in the IPL, 35 average. I think you just got to reward his consistency for a long period of time. So that's why
Yeah.
I've got him in 8th.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
even-
I don't
I don't have him.
I don't have him. I don't think his stats don't
That's
back him
so
up. His
stiff.
stats don't back him up, I don't reckon.
I know,
But
I think you
but
guys are forgetting
I get
how
why- I
good
get
he
why-
was.
No,
I
I get
think he's
why
a
he-
freak.
Yeah.
He's my 11th then. 11th.
Yeah, he could come into my team for sure as Rainer. But
The reason I had him over Rayner is because he's made over 1,000 more runs than Rayner, and he's done it better average. So he just
For a
does it
longer
way
period of
more
time. Fair enough.
consistently.
Fair enough.
yeah. No, I don't hate that. But I've got a bowler
Oh.
in at number 8. I've gone with Lasith Malinga.
Oh,
So,
too low.
Get it, too low.
Too low.
way too
Or
low.
too
Way too low.
too high or too low? How do we do this in a top 10?
Too low.
Oh, he's got 170 wickets. Bowling average of 19.79.
He's elite.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Maybe I am a little bit harsh. Economy rate is 7 as well. For a pace bowler, that's so impressive because Malinga was quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he definitely.
gets
Bowling
off
at
the
the
bat,
death.
and if it gets off the bat, like it's going to go for runs.
I want to find the stat of how many toes he broke as well. With those Yorkers. How
Oh,
many- the
100%.
Sandshrew crushes.
What do you reckon? Did Malinga break more toes or did Watto use more reviews?
Oh,
What do we
gee.
think?
Oh,
What
that's
a
a good.
reviews,
That's a good.
100%.
That's a good
100%.
head to
I
head.
reckon Malinga toes. 'cause
I
he
reckon
would do
Malinga
one
toes.
You
a
could get a
game,
few
I
at a,
reckon.
you could get a few at a time as well. When you hit
That
the
is
toes.
that could be
Yeah.
the best mark. We'll have to see if we can look into that. I don't know. Is there a
look
stat
at
about
it.
broken toe? There's probably a stat
Broken
about
toes and-
there's probably a stat about reviews,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
broken toes.
You never
Have to
know,
look into
but
that.
yeah, I've got Malinga at 8.
Okay, I'm going to Ryan at 8. You've already talked about him. I had to fit him in my team. As Leo said, he's sort of coming into his next phase of his career being a batter as an opener. So he's got 550s, but then he's also got an average of 25 with the ball, 6.7 economy rate, as Leo said before. He's an absolute 7 4-wicket hauls, which is so hard to do. 3 is really hard to do in 2020 cricket, let alone 4. 8th all-time in wickets. I think he's going to be right up there in my top 8.
Lovely.
All right. Next one. I might have to change the order after this one because I feel like you're just saying all my guys and then I just
Okay,
come in
I
at the
don't
end.
mean- I
But
don't
we'll start
mind.
with you again for 7, Leo.
Rohit Sharma at 7
Oh,
at Delhi and Mumbai.
I might not have him.
Well, you might be an idiot.
Wait, who'd you have against? I wasn't even listening.
Rohit Sharma.
Oh, I don't have him.
Oh,
You're both idiots.
Wait, Leo has a very
we're not
different
idiots.
list to us.
6,329 runs, 4th most ever. 29 average does let him down a bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
he's
it's because
had
the average.
19 Player of the Match awards. That's the third
Oh,
most. 19.
19.
5 titles as captain.
That's very
5
good.
titles
That's not
as
bad,
captain.
yeah.
That
Not
is
bad.
not bad. He's probably stiff not to be higher.
Oh, you're right.
I think the batting average though just
The batting
really-
average does let it down, but it's
Yeah.
probably because he's played there longer than, say, the ones that I have higher. Because the ones that I have higher are international players who
Yep.
may come in and come and go a bit more.
Yep.
Whereas Rohit Sharma, he's been around for time, so the average is going to be a bit lower.
Yeah,
But
you're making some decent arguments there. Yeah.
19 Player of the Match awards, that's insane. Like,
Yeah,
I
it is
probably,
very
thinking now, probably could have had him a little higher, but yeah.
Okay.
I've got a
Seven.
player in 7 with 16 Player of the Match awards.
Oh, who's that?
And someone who's already been mentioned, Watto. Shane
Oh,
Watson.
yeah, okay.
I've got Shane Watson.
He was
there.
so good in the IPL.
Yeah, you've talked a lot about him. I personally, a lot of people, and Australians in particular, don't really like Shane Watson.
I loved him. I loved him.
I loved him.
Yeah.
He's probably
Oh,
the best
he was-
all-rounder we've ever had.
He was my top 3 most favourite players growing up.
Oh, that's a
nice.
bit far.
No, no
but-
favorite player. That's all right.
Yeah, favourite, not best.
Yeah.
But he's just the one that I admired like the most.
Yep.
I like just the way he played his game.
Yep.
And I thought he was very smart as well. But you've talked about his stats, so I won't go too long on him.
Yeah, so that's 7.
Yep.
Yeah, you've already talked about Chahal, the leggy. I've put him in at 7.
Yep.
I think he has to be in there. Bowling average of 21, which is elite. 7.6 economy, which is really good as well. Most wickets in IPL history, I think you said that
Yep.
as well. He has to go in there. The most wickets by a fair margin, I think, as well.
By 14.
14, which is a lot anyway. So Chahal, absolute legend of IPL. I think got to chuck him in there at 7. All right, 6th. Leo.
You're starting with me
Yeah,
still?
stuff it. We'll just keep going. It's good order. Then I don't have to think as much.
Gone with David Warner at 6.
That is way too
That's
low.
low.
Bloody hell.
What are you guys talking about? Do you know who's coming?
Oh
Yeah,
my
but
God.
oh, that's
6.
low. That is a joke. All the David
6.
Warner fans get into Leo there, I reckon.
Okay, let me just lay it out for
That
you.
is
6,329 runs. That's third most. Very good. 109 high score. 41 average. Best average out of all the top run scorers.
Yeah.
His 18 Player of the Match awards, 2 titles as captain.
Yep.
Based off that, Sharma and Warner for me are very interchangeable. I don't think they could go much higher. For what I have coming, like I think Warner's consistency has been awesome, but for the players that I have coming, they are just top echelon.
Yeah, last word.
Like above 40 average in 2020 cricket is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah.
Especially in India.
Yeah.
And he's had 62 half centuries.
It's not bad.
That is not bad.
I think that's a bit low.
Yeah, I
Low,
think that's a bit
okay.
low. I think that's a bit low as well.
But yeah, I can sort of understand your reasoning.
Yeah. Who have you got for 6th, Marcus?
This is someone who could be a bit low. Chris Gale.
Yeah.
He's just didn't crack that 5,000 run mark. He had a batting average of 39. Strike rate, though, of almost 150, which is incredible. And particularly as an opening batsman.
Actually, wait on that. I just realized what you just said. That's way too low
Yeah,
anyway.
it's
Yeah,
very
but
low.
that's all right. That's all right.
It's very
I was just bringing it all in there. And I was like, Chris Gale is way too low.
We're talking about Man of the Match awards.
We're talking about Universe Boss.
22.
22, man, in the match.
22. So,
Jeez.
yeah, he's been superb, obviously, but I think just because the lack of total runs compared to the others
Yep.
in my top 5
Okay.
is probably why. And I think there are some players who have had a very similar or better average that have occurred more runs.
Yep. Nice. I don't mind that. He has to be in everyone's, top 6.
10.
I'd say top 5 at the very least for Chris Gale. 6, I'm going Lasith Malinga. I feel like he has to be. He was probably stiff not to be in my top 5, but I don't have many bowlers in my top 5. Bowling average of 19.8. 4 IPL titles won. I feel like that's a big thing. He dominated in some finals that he won as well. 6 4 wicket holes, just an absolute legend. As we said, broke a lot of toes, got a lot of LBs, got a lot of bowled wickets. Absolute legend. Slinger Malinga, my 6th. All right, 5th.
5th is Lasith Malinga.
Oh,
for
you
me.
got him as well. Nice.
I just, as you mentioned, I won't go too much on him because you guys already talked about him, but 170 wickets, and I believe it's 28 less games than Chahal, who has the most wickets.
Oh.
So if he had played similar
Okay.
amount of games as those leading wicket takers,
Yep.
he'd be, I think, miles
He'd be
clear of
clear.
them.
Yep.
So absolute gun. And the thing for me is he always bowled the tough overs.
Yep.
And we've got such a batting dominated list here that for him to be this prominent as a pace bowler,
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
has to be top 5 for
Yep.
me. Yeah.
No, I like that.
Like it.
You guys might not like this one. I don't even know if you guys have him in your list, let
Wait,
alone
let
your
alone top 5. Jeez, here we go.
I've got KL Rahul.
You're an
Oh,
idiot.
wow,
You're an
I've
idiot.
got the show.
No, you're going at me for recency bias. What is this?
What do you mean recency?
Wait,
He's
let me
been
have a
playing-
look at some
He's
stats
been
here.
playing in the IPL for 11 years.
Yeah, and he's been prominent for the last like 6.
No.
It's recency, mate.
No. Since 2016, he
His
had an
average
average
is-
of 44. He's got an average of 46.12.
great. But how many runs has he
46.
scored? How many runs has he scored?
Over 4,000.
Say how many.
4,289.
That's not compared
Highest score.
to
He's
the
probably
other-
had a higher score of anyone on this list, 132 not out.
Well,
not Chris Gale.
No, Chris Gale's got the most ever, 175. But no, your argument isn't
Average
too
of
bad.
46.
No,
46.
no, he's
Strike
not in the
rate,
top
of
15.
strike rate of 134. He's
I don't
made
think he's in the
4
top 10.
centuries
Top 5. Top 5.
in 122 matches.
So you think he's better? KL Rahul
Is better than Chris Gale.
than Lasith Malinga and Chris
Gale.
Gale. In the
Not as a
IPL.
player in the IPL, yes. His
Okay.
IPL career, yes.
That's all right. That's his call. That's
That's
his
a
call.
joke.
But that is a bit of a
That
joke.
is a joke.
That's not a joke. It just isn't a joke.
At least we've got very different ones. I don't mind that.
Oh.
So that's your 5th, my 5th, MS Dhoni. You guys might say
Oh,
that's a bit
that's
low,
low.
but Oh, well, at least he's in my top 5. He's in my
No,
top 5.
I don't think that's too low.
Batting average of
I don't think
39,
that's
but a lot of his averages are helped from like 10 not out, 15 not out, 6 not out.
Yeah, coming in like
That's why I put him at
mid to late order.
Far out.
I know a lot of people hate this because they love MS Dhoni, IPL fans.
Oh my
but
God.
I think his average is bumped up because he's coming in at 7. It's a lot. He gets a lot of not outs, but he has to be in my
That's a
top.
credit to him.
I rate where you put him in the list, but your reasoning is like
if he
so
comes
harsh.
in for like the last like 10 balls and has a not out, that's a credit to him.
He's still 5th on my list. I still think he's an absolute legend. Most dismissals in IPL history with 184, 24 runouts, 5 IPL titles, 11 finals appearances in 16 seasons. So not just finals, IPL final appearances.
You don't need to tell us. I've got him higher.
I do agree with Stats Guy here because I'll just say mine now because I've got for number 4. I've got MS Dhoni.
Okay.
Too low.
I've got MS Dhoni.
That's right.
He's never made a century.
Yep.
In the
He's
IPL.
batting at 7.
Doesn't matter. He's never made a century.
Just push up the order.
If you batted Virat
he's
Kohli
played
at 7,
200
he's not making a century.
255 matches and he only has 24 50s. High score of 84.
He's batting at 7, lad.
But that's my point. I can't. If he's batting
like-
at 7, I can't put him in my top 5. My
I'd
top 4.
argue
My top
it's
4.
even more incredible that he's batting at 7 and still has these stats.
Okay, that's fair enough. But he's in all of our top 5, so we obviously all rate him.
Yeah, we all rate him.
Yeah.
Like, we don't hate and think any of these players are bad.
No.
It's just these players are incredible. So if we missed out on your favourite player, then...
No, just actually, if we miss out on their favourite player, Marcus does hate some of them, but that's all right. Like Non-Joe Berg. Where's Non-Joe Berg?
Just a little side note. I
Yep.
did have Dhoni at one stage.
Oh. What?
No.
Well, that's all right. He
I
hasn't
did
got him
change
there
it,
now.
but I think it's so
changed it,
close.
but-
We got sidetracked. 4th, Leo.
Chris Gale, Universe Boss.
Universe boss, yeah.
As Marcus touched on, 175 high score, 39 average, nearly 5,000 runs, and second most centuries in the IPL. That is insane. Just I think we sort of mixed up Gale and Warner a little bit in terms of like where we have him in our list because I think I value his ability to win a game for his side more, whereas Warner was probably more of a consistent bat.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I got to have him at number 4. I think he's been awesome.
Yep. I'll just jump on the back of that. He's my 4th as well, Chris Gale.
Stats guy.
So we're agreeing on something for
Sucked
once.
in.
We're agreeing on something
I'm
for
only a
once.
couple away. 6.
I think especially in the T20 tournament, when you're averaging 39.7, you got the highest ever score in IPL history of 175. That's like by a mile ahead of a lot of other players. He's awesome. Universe boss has to be in your top 4, I reckon. All right.
Yeah, don't blush, baby.
Yeah.
Put him down the list for me.
Yeah, nice. That put me up. Nah, I'm joking.
Oh,
All right, who are we up to? 3.
3.
Marcus, you go first
Keep
again.
up to date, mate.
I've changed my numbers before we started.
All right. 3.
Yep.
AB de Villiers.
Same.
Oh, same. Oh, there we go.
Let's hold hands.
We don't have to do
Yeah, let's hold hands, boys. Come on. Stats guy.
Yeah, that is, what are we doing?
AB de Villiers. Yeah.
AB de Villiers, yeah.
Oh, just cracked
Should
over
we go around
5,000.
the room and say a stat each since we all have?
Yeah, go
Oh,
on.
I don't have many stats.
I'll
on.
start. 5,162 runs.
25 men of the match
Oh,
awards.
I wanted that one.
Oh, 25. Jeez.
Most ever.
Average of 39.7, exactly the same as the Universe boss, actually. And then a strike rate,
I
152.
thought we were taking turns.
Nah,
on
bad luck.
Nah, so we're basically done.
Sorry, I just wanted to read his average out with his strike rate. 152 strike rate,
Yeah.
which is
I
probably
think
the
it's
best
the
of the
most
top.
out of the top players.
Yeah, that's crazy to have that
To ma-
strike
yeah,
rate
to
after
maintain
so
that-
many years. Yeah,
To maintain that strike rate with that average and that many runs, and a lot of the time he's winning games off his own bat, and he could hit it everywhere.
Yeah.
I was
all around the
surprised
park.
Leo didn't have him number 1. He loves AVD. That's how
do
you got
love
into
AVD.
RCB, wasn't it?
It
Originally?
was, yeah. What a man. My favorite cricketer of all time.
Oh, that's a big call. Nice.
100%.
300s, 450s. Oh, sorry, 40 50s. Jeez.
Four, yeah.
Well, not 4, not
Yeah,
4.
like
40,
50.
40. So absolute legend.
Yep.
All right, so we all got him 3. That's actually pretty
Well
good.
done, mate.
We're going to have a very similar 1 and 2
I
here.
think the same one.
So 2. Who you going, Leo? We'll start with you.
MS Dhoni.
Oh wait, yeah, we've already said him.
we've
Yeah,
already
yeah.
said
But you
Number
haven't.
2.
I reckon that's a little
Lads,
high. Yeah.
Lads, what are we doing? Let's just break it down. He bats at 7
Yep.
and he still nearly averages 40.
Yep.
He wins games off his own bat. He's had 17 Player of the Match awards at batting at 7. That's insane to me. And to use your argument here, if you bat any of these batsmen at 7,
You don't
I
reckon
don't
they'll
think they
average
have
it?
the
Okay.
average of 39.
Okay.
No chance. Maybe like Gale,
Maybe
Yeah,
Chris
like
Gale
the
because he just goes
couple of
hard
the
from the
big
first
hitters.
ball.
but I
Warner possibly could. But I know what you're
just don't
saying.
think
Yeah.
they can.
Yeah.
Like he's nearly averaging 40. Like Warner has that at the top of the order.
Yep.
Dhoni has that at the bottom. I just think insane. 4 titles as captain.
Yep.
As I said, I had
5,
him
I
at
think.
1.
5.
5 is
I'm
it?
pretty sure, yeah.
There you go. That even helps my argument.
Yeah. Nice. So you got him at 2, Marcus?
I have Virat Kohli.
Oh, okay.
I've got Virat Kohli.
The fans will be not happy with that one.
7,500 runs. Obviously, he's been playing for ages.
Yep.
Made his debut in 2008. So, what's that, 16 years he's been going along for. High score of 113. He's made 8 centuries. 8 centuries,
That's
though,
crazy,
and a high score of 113. Hopefully, he would have seen him go on and make even 150.
Yeah.
Because he has the capability to do that.
This season, maybe.
He still can.
Yeah.
And he's been incredible this season. He's leading the run scorers by a mile. 52 half centuries as well. He's just an incredible talent in cricket history.
I think I've just realised who he's put at 1, and you're an idiot.
No. I know who's put at 1, and I actually had him at 1, I think. Anyway, my 2 is David Warner. Is any comments on that one, lads? Batting average of 41, 140 strike rate.
So high.
No, he's a legend in T20 cricket, no matter what tournament he plays in. 3rd most runs in IPL history, 400, 62 50s. I'm pretty sure he'd be up there with the most 50s because no one's even close to 62.
More half centuries than Virat.
Yep, 10 more. But the thing why, I haven't got him number 1, Warner. He's got 4 less centuries than Virat, which I think that's a massive thing in cricket when you can make a century 8 times in T20 cricket. So David Warner's my number 2. All right, lads. We've been building up to this. Who have we got number 1? I'll start with Leo because Marcus might be a bit more controversial.
I think we know Leo's.
Yeah, you go, Leo.
Mine is Virat Kohli.
Nice.
I won't touch on it too long. Marcus already went through it. But for me, most centuries in the IPL, I think his ability to not only make a 50 and go out, but his ability to stick around in an innings and be an anchor for his team.
That's why his strike rate, some people say, 131 strike rate. That's still elite.
Well, it doesn't matter if RCB are losing, though.
Yeah.
It does. He has been
not his fault.
so consistent every game, just needs help around him, really.
He does, yeah.
And I think when he had De Villiers, he could play the anchor role. De Villiers was just hitting them everywhere.
He just
still losing games, but
he just needs someone with him to make another half century.
Yep.
I think when you've made the most runs in the IPL by 800 to second most,
exactly.
I think that
he has been playing for 16 years.
He has.
There's been a few players that have been playing not that long, but
I
close
think
to.
it's a testament to his longevity in the game.
The fact that what Marcus said, I've got him. I'll just say as well, number 1 as well. Absolute legend. A lot of Aussies sometimes love-hate relationships sometimes over here, but he's a legend in IPL, legend in cricket. Most runs in IPL history. And as I forgot what I was going to say. Marcus said before something about hundreds. Anyway, he's
most
a legend.
Hundreds in the IPL.
Yeah, most hundreds as well. So you got to put him up there. He's got to be my number 1. We'll finish off with Marcus because he's got a bit different. Who have you got?
I've gone with King Bobby, Bubba Azam.
I was like, no way.
He's never played in the IPL.
He's never played, has he? Yeah.
He's never played. So I don't have King Bobby, but I have David Warner.
Okay, I had him at number 2, so I'm okay
Number
with that.
1.
No, that's fine.
You had him at what, 7? 6?
That's way too low.
That's way too low.
He's so consistent.
No, it's not.
He's
Why is he at number 1?
Why is he at
'Cause
number
he's so
1? Because he
consistent.
scored 6,500 runs.
Well, 6,300. Let's be.
He scored 6,555.
Oh.
So
I haven't
probably
got
including
an update
this
on
season.
Yeah.
Yeah. 181 matches, more half centuries than Virat. He's also made 400. He's got a higher score than Virat Kohli, who I had in second place. And he won 2 titles as captain. And Virat Kohli is a leader, but I just think the title as captain and winning trophies and having longevity
your,
at
argument. I
the
don't mind
Delhi
that.
Capitals as well.
David
that
Warner,
helps him.
best IPL player of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what we're
Strike
finishing
rate of
on. We're going
100,
David Warner.
a strike rate of 140 as well.
Yeah, 9 better strike rate than Virat. I literally had him at 1 for a while, and then I walked over here and changed about 5 of my plays. So
And
I don't mind number 1.
He's got a better average, better strike rate, more half centuries than Virat Kohli, and that's just the reason why
I was going to say better bloke, but that's a tough one to choose
No,
between
it's-
those 2.
you're right. You're
That's
Definitely
very
Virat.
tough. Going from the bottom of the barrel there, but
Yeah. All right, lads, we've finished up. So we'll just go through the number 1s again. Leo,
Just number 1.
just go your number 1.
Virat Kohli.
Virat.
David
Warner.
Warner.
I'm going Virat. Let us know in the comments your top 10. We'd love to see, maybe all the way through people's comments in the top 10.
Which list you agree with the most?
Which one
who
you
had the
hate?
best list?
Literally, berate us. Literally get into us or leave some comments and
Send us
react.
threats.
Yeah. So that's it for cricket today. We've done our top 10 IPL all time.
If you like this show, make sure you check out all the other shows on the Sports Today Network, the AFL Today Show to the Cricket Today podcast, the Football Today podcast, as well as NBA Australia and NFL Australia. With Sports Today, your sporting needs have never been easier to cover.